Hi guys, first thing I want to do is apologize to you for my last video. I went back and rewatched it and realized how bad it really was. I had a lot of distractions going on that night, and I had been shopping all day after working and was pretty tired, and I just wasn't concentrating. I should not have made that video that night. I should have waited till the next day. That being said, I am going to start making myself stationary again. I'm going to stop holding the camera. And like I used to do. I didn't really have a place in my home to be able to do that, but I'm going to have to figure it out because obviously that didn't work. So again, I'm sorry for all of that. But that being said, now what I want to do is show you, because if you read the reviews on my eBay store, a lot of them say really well packed, because I'm very meticulous about how I pack my items to make sure that it gets there in one piece. I spent the time shopping, I spent the time cleaning, I spent the time listing. The last thing I want to do is for it to end up with a seller and it be broken. If it gets broken after it leaves my hands, because it can be drop kicked by the time I'm done packing. And if it gets broken, that means that it got put on under something extremely heavy and smashed. And so that's on the post office, not on me. And so I wanted to kind of show you what I do. Now, I recycle my boxes. And so any box that comes through my house gets immediately put in my storage unit. Now, this is my storage unit with my household items in it, not my store items. And so yes, I do have two separate storage units. I'm about to fix that problem, but right now that's where I'm at. And so in this big one is where I do my packing, and I have a table set up, and I have all my bubble wrap and all my peanuts, and I don't use peanuts often. I will only use peanuts for non-breakable items, and that's just to fill space so that it's not bouncing around as much in the box. So no, I don't ever use peanuts on my breakable items. So here we go. So what I do is, this is a box that I'm recycling, and it was a medical box. And so I took this box and I go to Dollar Tree and I get pool noodles, and I line the side of the box, especially with this. Now let me show you what I sold. If you remember, I said I got my house Hippo. Well, he didn't live in my house for very long. So this house Hippo cookie jar sold for $25, and he is going to go to his new home. So I will take this and line my box on all four corners, and that's going to give it stability. So if something heavy gets put on top of it, it's going to take a lot of weight for it to be able to crush the box down. I have, for this item, I actually have, this was actually came, and I do recycle bubble wrap too. This came in a box of, I want to say lamps, where the company wanted to make sure it was packed. So this is heavy duty bubble wrap. I do, for my smaller items, I'll use the lighter bubble wrap, but I use a lot of it. So on this one, I'm going to start, you can kind of see it's misshapen. So I'm going to take the inside of my Hippo, and I'm going to take this misshapen piece, and I'm going to stuff the inside of this around inside my house Hippo to give him some stability on the inside, and that way he's protected on the inside. Then I'm going to just wrap, and make sure when you're wrapping with bubble wrap, don't just do one layer, because one layer is not enough. It's not going to protect that piece of glass. And you're going to get your buyer very upset when it gets, and you're going to say, well, I bubble wrapped it. No. You need to make sure that you cannot see what is inside this item when you are done wrapping it with bubble wrap. You need to make sure that this, and now mind you, I also layer bubble wrap on the bottom of the box. So this has got a lot of bubble wrap. Now with this one, I'm going to turn him, I'm going to put him in here, his base in here up like this, and I'm going to push down and make sure he's in there set really nice and tight. Now, with the lid, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start by stuffing some inside. Now, I want to protect these ears. So you notice his ears are sticking up, and those are the most vulnerable parts of him. So I want to protect him. So I am going to wrap him up, stuff the inside, and I'm going to wrap it up nice and tight. Now, because his ears are the most vulnerable part, I'm not going to set him up with his ears sticking up. Again, that is going to, if anything's put on top of it, it's going to break his ears off. So I'm going to put him upside down, and I'm going to stick him to where his ears are not resting on anything inside the box. And there it is. Now, there's a lot of empty space in there. Guess that's where more bubble wrap comes in. All right, so now I have, well, and I also have, let me see what I did with it. I have a whole bunch of it. I just brought it here. Here it is. I also have brown paper that I will use as filler around, and I will use white paper as well. Sorry about the crinkling, but I will stuff this thing all the way around, and I will make sure that this thing is not moving in the box. And then when that's done, I will take more paper. I think I'm out of brown paper, so I'm using my white paper. And you can use, okay, so I just threw these in here yesterday, so because I wasn't feeling good and I wanted to just get this put away. I've got to get here reorganized. But you can use bubble wrap for this. You can use brown paper. You just want to make sure that that thing is not moving. Now, I won't use newspaper on the inside of boxes because newspaper gets black everywhere, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So you are just going to stuff this paper on all sides of that. Make that box nice and tight. Make sure that your item, once it's done, cannot move. And then on the top, I'm going to put, and I'm not going to layer it neatly. I want the padding, so I'm going to put the bubble wrap on top, just like I did on the bottom. So it's going to look exactly the same on the top as it does on the bottom. Now, again, I'm not taping it shut here because like I said, I have to take it home to weigh it, measure it, and get it all packaged and ready to go. Now, look, you shake it, you should not be able to hear that item moving at all. And if you have it packed well enough, and believe me, I've dropped many of them, you should feel comfortable with being able to drop the package and it not move. It's not going to move. And you're not going to go, oh crap, did I just break it? Because if you're going to drop it and worry about it, then what do you think they're going to do at the post office? If you've seen the videos of how these post office workers and UPS drivers and FedEx drivers handle your packages, you don't want that. You want to make sure that when they're drop kicking your packages, your item is still going to be in one piece when it gets there. So that's how I wrap. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very educational for you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a message down on the bottom. I will link my eBay store down on the bottom. Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell to let you know that I've got another video coming out. And share my video and share my eBay store. That would make me amazingly happy. You would be helping me out a lot, because the more likes and shares that I get, the more visibility I get for my store. And of course every eBay seller needs the visibility. So please go ahead and like and share. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all, and I'll talk to you again next time, okay?